Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome everyone. I feel like maybe some other people will watch this video. So if you don't know me, my name's Josh. The greatest truck driver that has ever existed. 10-year veteran, and I know everything. And a lot of truckers claim to be the greatest truck driver that ever existed, but mine's actually documented. One time my mom sent me a birthday card that said, "Happy birthday to the greatest trucker that ever existed." And who are you to argue with my mom, right? Who are you to argue with my mom? So, all right, today I want to talk about, geez, I'm screwing up everything here. So, we've got a really screwy economy right now, right? Everybody's trying to figure out how to make money. What am I going to do? What's my next job going to be? What career field should I go into? And a lot of people look to truck driving for that career field. Also the sexiest truck driver that ever exists, as I just demonstrated. So this happened, obviously this happens quite often because people look at trucking to be sort of a recession-proof type of job. So when the going gets tough, as they say, I think that's how they say it. Yeah, a lot of people look to trucking or more like blue-collar type of work, the trades, things like that. And, you know, during COVID, of course, we ended up with an influx of truck drivers because a lot of people were losing their jobs and they were worried about what they were going to do. And that happens sometimes. So I am here to say I've been in it, like I said, for about 10 years. This is about the worst economy I have ever seen as far as trucking goes and getting loads and, you know, getting miles. I'm doing good. I'm doing well right now. For everybody that came out to my live stream earlier, I wasn't sure how the rest this week was going to go. Looks like we're going to end this week at 3,100 miles. So out of 4 weeks here, sorry, update for the people that were here. Out of 4 full weeks at this job, we did like 2,950. We did 24 to 2,600 range. I don't remember that one. That was the bad week, so we blocked that out. And then we did another 3,000, right at 3,000, and 3,100. So they've definitely been keeping me busy around here. But point is, this is about the worst I've ever seen, especially for the people that are, you know, owner-operators, lease operators, things like that. It's a really, really terrible time. Company, you can still do good. You can still run and make money. But that also, a lot of that comes with experience. So if you're a new person out here just trying to learn how to be a trucker, you will definitely struggle to figure that out as you learn, like we all do when we're learning things though, right? So, a lot of people are out there faced with the question right now of what they should do. What should I do? I need to make money. I need a check. And like I said, a lot of people are looking at truck driving, saying, well, maybe I'll go do that. Should I become a truck driver? That is the question. That is the question, right? I did just look it up, and all I did was Google median income for an over-the-road truck driver, and that's what we'll be focusing on throughout this video, is over-the-road truck driving, because that is the world I live in. There's going to be probably 1,000 comments of you can work local and you can do this and that. We're focused on over-the-road truck driving because that's where I live. That's where I exist. Anyways, I looked it up real quick, and it said the median income, and this is going to be a wide range. A wide range is $40,000 to $80,000 per year for an over-the-road truck driver. I'm in that range. I would say I'm right around the top of it. Granted, we're based per mile. We're paid per mile. And sometimes those things can fluctuate, as I was telling you, the differences in the mileage over the last 4 weeks. But I should be somewhere in that range. Definitely above 70, but definitely not above 80. But just coming in, that $40,000 sounds about right. Sounds about right to me, in my obviously professional opinion. You know, a new driver will definitely struggle with things that just come naturally with time, learning how to manage a clock, knowing where there's places there that you'll be able to park no matter what time of day, things like that, you know, that help you to maximize your miles, of course. But when you look at it just from that standpoint, I'd say that $40,000 to $50,000 range just coming in, pretty accurate. I'd say that's pretty accurate. So, is it hard to make $40,000 to $50,000 out there? Yeah, it can be. But you know, there's people out there with skills. I used to work in the IT field, I can always go back into it. I'm just talking level 1 tech support. I'm not some crazy computer genius or anything like that. But in that field, yeah, you could hit about that $40,000, $50,000 range, level 1 tech support. Might have to do a little overtime, but you're going to do a whole lot of hours out here on the road anyway. So if you compare it to other fields, as far as if you're just looking at dollars, it's not very good money. It's not very good money. And at the top end, 80,000, depends what you do, I suppose. Depends what you do. I've heard plumbers make good money. Heard electricians make good money. I don't really know. I don't really know. So if you're looking at it just from a money point of view, that's kind of where it is. And what the kind of the point of this video is, if you're thinking about being a trucker, I don't want you to come in with any delusions, right? Thinking that, you know, well, yeah, but maybe you're a really smart guy, right? So maybe the guy next to you, maybe that bozo is gonna make, you know, 40,000, but you're smarter than him, right? So you're gonna come out here, you got more hustle. You're gonna come out here, you're gonna make like 50 to 60,000 a year, and unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't even matter how smart you are. You're at the mercy of a company that will hire you because you're new, a dispatcher that wants to do your job, their job, and you're at the mercy of a lot of people to do a lot of things for you to make your money out here. So sometimes, unfortunately, it has nothing to do with your level of intelligence or how much hustle you have. Sometimes you're just fucked, right? And so that covers the money portion of this video, I guess, is what I mean to say. $40,000 to $50,000 per year. Starting out sounds pretty accurate to me. Sounds like you could make that in a whole lot of other ways too, besides being a truck driver, honestly. So for me, I've been trucking for a long time, like I said, 10 years. Had to throw some junk out the door there. 10 years. And for me, this lifestyle is very normal. As a matter of fact, when I do go home, for people that have been around my channel for a while, you've seen me quit trucking. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm not doing it anymore. And when I do go home, I can't settle into normal life. I just can't process it, you know? It's like, how do I do all this normal day-to-day bullshit? And for me, driving this big rig down the road, and then, you know, the commute's nice. It's just right there, you know, all that's really good. But as far as, you know, any kind of personal life, home life, things like that, it's very, very difficult to do. Obviously, if you're in some sort of relationship, that's going to take a strain on that, take its toll on that, is maybe how I meant to say that. Cause a strain, I don't know, man. Like, you're watching a trucker talk on YouTube. Did you expect me to say smart stuff? That's a you problem at this point. Oh, he messed up his words. Yeah, you clicked on a trucking channel. The fuck did you think was gonna happen? That's a you problem, sir. Anyways, let me get some nicotine here. For me, and probably a lot of people, that's the biggest challenge of being a trucker, is the toll it puts on your relationships, the strain it puts on your relationship. God damn it, I need to just give up. I need to stop talking, right? But as far as like my family, say my parents, my siblings, things like that, not only do I rarely ever see them, and friends, for the most part, they've all just moved on with their lives. Like, I'm a guy they used to know that sometimes would like come around, and now I'm just never there, you know, and never ever see them at all. And I think probably if I died out here, it'd take a while before they realized, before they noticed. We haven't heard from him for about 6 to 8 months. You think something happened? Yeah, that's probably about how that would go. But if you've got any kind of like social life where you enjoy like spending time with people, yeah, sure, there's going to be times maybe you're going through a city where your best friend lives, or you've got some friends over here, or, you know, what have you, but you're going to be coming in at a certain time. Maybe you're on a tight load, most likely you are, and you've got time for just your 10-hour break. You're not going to be able to go out and just party it up with them. Hell no, forget about it. You got to, first of all, you got to hope they have time, right? Do they want to come hang out with you? Maybe they just worked all day and they don't want to get back in the car, come get you. I got to read this message real quick. Why are they sending me so many messages? Jesus Christ. Get his drop. The window is... Good luck with that. Anyways, let me respond to that, because this is just insanity today. All right, we're dealing with silliness over here today. So anyways, I was talking about your social life being absolutely, completely wrecked by truck driving. And I like to think maybe I'll be out there truck driving and I can, I can stop near a city and then I can Uber into town and I can enjoy the nightlife and go crazy. But the fact of the matter is I got to get up and I got to get back to work and keep on going down the road or I ain't going to make any goddamn money is the fact of the matter what's going on. So, I mean, how do I say this? Because a lot of people really enjoy trucking because they enjoy like that sense of adventure, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna get out there on the open road, and like you can find that to a point, but even in the 10 years I've been doing it, trucking has changed so much that it's just, there's really not a whole lot of adventure left. Yeah, you could go into a truck stop bar and shoot the shit with the truckers in there that are also, having a few drinks. You could definitely do that. That's a thing. But as far as any kind of adventure, I guess it's cool. You drive around, you see the country, but that's all you do. You just see and you drive by and you keep going. And that's really it. So I guess that's all I got on that point, is it just kind of wrecks any kind of social life that you might have. So for me, when I watch young people get into it, I'm a little bit torn. I'm like, well, look at that young man out there, go-getter, ready to go make some money and be a trucker and all that. And sure, that all sounds good. But then part of me also feels bad because it's like, maybe you shouldn't touch this when you're young. Maybe you should stay the fuck away from it because those are your prime years, right? You're supposed to be, if you're one of the guys, you're supposed to be out there, meeting women and, having a good time with the boys and all that stuff. And instead you're like, damn, I'm out here in a truck. I couldn't imagine being like 23 years old and being an over-the-road truck driver. Jesus Christ. Unless you're like really antisocial, then by all means, this is really fun then. If you don't like talking to people at all, then there's really nothing wrong with it, But as far as like keeping any kind of relationships together, it's a very tough thing to do. I mean, in my time, being a trucker, there's been times I've wanted to go see people and then that fell through. It didn't work out. And then it's like, okay, sorry. I mean, I'll try to catch you next time. Even going home plenty of times, like, well, I thought I was coming home, but I'm not. Turns out I'm not at all. And you just really, I guess the point I'm trying to make with that is the people in your life do move on. They continue to live life while you're, out here in a truck all by yourself, and their lives will continue to move, and they'll just drift away. They'll forget all about you, and that's a very real thing. So yeah, there's some money to be made in it, sure, but especially for young people, do you really want to sell your life out at a young age to make some dollars? Maybe. I mean, maybe if you do it right, then maybe you can retire, maybe you can retire. That might be a way to go. I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Want me to tell you about the silly shit I'm dealing with right now? This is kind of funny, I guess. It kind of points to what I'm saying, help you make a decision. Do you want to be a trucker or not? So my company's really good about giving me pre-plans, right? I already know the next load before I finish the last one. And they didn't send me one on this load, the last load I did, and I didn't really think much of it because I was nearly a full day ahead on the load I was on, and I just had to drop that trailer, right? No big deal. So I was nearly a full day ahead, and I didn't think much about it. And I went back to the truck stop after I dropped that trailer and, got me something to eat, did a little live stream and all that stuff. And then they send me, my dispatcher sends me a message, hey, we need to talk about your pre-plan. So I talked to her and she's like, hey, you never accepted your pre-plan. And I said, y'all never sent one. And she's like, we didn't send that? Oh no. Okay. And then she sends it. Well, it's like a 200-mile drive to get over here, but it's all through like back state highways and shit, nowhere near an interstate. I'm back in the damn country. So that drive took me 4.5 hours, right? On a drive that should take you 3.5. 4.5 hours. I show up 2 hours late to my appointment right now. What was I supposed to do? I had no idea I was supposed to be here. I can't just drive around aimlessly, right? So I'm late, and I hate being late. Oh, I hate being late. Well, they're telling me it's due by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, 600 miles away, and I've only got like 6 hours I can drive today. Then I got to take a 10-hour break. By the time I get up, it's 8 a.m. best case scenario, and I'm still a few hours away. And that's the messages that we got firing back and forth now, because I'm like, hey, I mean, I was 2 hours late, but also you guys never sent me the load. I didn't know had no idea I was supposed to be here. Had no damn clue. So I didn't think much of it, because I'm like, I'm nearly a full day ahead on this load. I'm sure they know that, and I'm sure they're working on it. So maybe I overlooked that they were working on it. I'm fairly new to this company, about a month in, and they've always had me planned on stuff before. But it's also the first time that I was almost a full day ahead on the load, right? So there was just some confusion. There was just some damn confusion is all there is to it. So that's where we're at with that. That's where we're at with that. So, but you find yourself very stressed out with situations like that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Situations that are beyond your control that will fuck up your entire day, because that is a thing that definitely, absolutely happens. On my way here, I didn't even know I was supposed to be here. Like I told you guys, I said, they'll figure it out. They'll get around to it. On my way here, I'm on these damn back roads. I go to make a left turn. Bunch of construction guys out there say you can't turn left here. I said, well, I'm almost to my stop. I got to turn left here. And they said, nope, this road's closed. You ain't going through here. So then it's got to do this whole roundabout thing going all the way around. Took even more time to get here. And I'm out in the damn middle of nowhere going, well, where the hell am I? With hardly a phone signal. So I'm like trying to look at the truck GPS. It's telling me to make a goddamn U-turn on a little 2-lane country road. It's like, do a U-turn. Who the fuck is making truck GPSs, and who is even leaving that option in there? Hey, we need you to do a U-turn. You had one job, make a truck GPS. What do you mean do a fucking U-turn? What are you talking about? So, I've got someone pulling in next to me, and I get super weird about people watching me when I film, so we're gonna jump back here. But there's a lot of things that are beyond your control that you can't help, right? Now with this thing, with this load, I could have helped this, I suppose. I just didn't put any thought into it. It's one of those things I just didn't think about. By the time I took my 10-hour break and all that, I was about 12 hours ahead on that load, right? And so I was like, yeah, whatever. Like I said, I already explained it. They'll send me something, right? But they didn't, but they meant to. And now I'm the truck driver holding the damn bag, right? While we figure out how the fuck I'm gonna make this delivery on time. But hey, you know what? That's just the way it goes. Things like that happen. So what all have we talked about? Yeah, I guess money, relationships, and honestly, just isolation. Now, we do live in a pretty cool world with a lot of technology that is awesome. I have high-speed internet in my truck. I can play my online games. I can stream all the TV I want, and that's all really good. You got your cell phone and all that. So you're isolated, but not completely, right? You do have contact with the outside world, of course. Absolutely. Get used to having all your relationships in text and phone calls, because that's where you're going to have them. That's where they're going to be. So definitely get used to that. But I mean, other than that, I got the TV in here, the laptop, the PS5, so I can play video games to my heart's content. All the video games I want. Hey, and if you're a gamer like I am, and you're married like I am, the wife sometimes gets real annoyed that oh God, he gets off work and he just plays video games. She ain't gonna bother you about that. Not out here. No, she ain't gonna be worried about if you're playing video games. That's for damn sure. So, hey, if you like your games and you like being all by yourself, hey, and you like making a little bit of money in the process, then hell yeah, trucking is for you. Absolutely, absolutely. But it can be very frustrating, and well, I guess what job can't, right? Every job can be real fucking frustrating. That's for damn sure. So anyways, I guess that's all I got. If you want to be a trucker, you can. And then you can be just like me. How cool would that be?